Cracks in the Porcelain Border is an actual play intended for mature audiences. There will be themes that not all may find comfortable, including descriptions of violence, war, death, and torture. Your discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to Cracks in the Porcelain Border, a D&D campaign under Dreamers Theater. I am your Dungeon Master, Slive, also known as Slive the Lad on YouTube and Twitch and Blue Sky. Today I am joined by Dylan.
Hi, that's me. I've continued to be trapped here. They won't let me leave. But in the meantime, I'm playing Nox.
I am joined by Akka.
Hey gamers, I play Shiro Windbearer, and if you have two different choices for listening to us, we are on YouTube and Spotify, both under the Dreamers Theater name.
I am joined by Micah.
Hi, my name is Micah. I'm going to be playing Corey Keller, and if you would like to email us, we do have an email at theaterdreamers0@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Blue Sky at Dreamers Theater, and it's theater with an R-E because I have a theater degree, and that's the only way people will ever know it.
And I am joined by Edward.
Hello, I am Edward. I don't know why I'm here, but I did play Valsic the Magnificent before he fucking died.
That's right. Last episode, it was our first combat of the campaign, where the group had to sneak into the Embrace of Peace in this totalitarian government known as Rena in the capital Skelra. They had to try and gain their items back after it all being confiscated once they quote-unquote immigrated into the country. What they did not expect was animated armors of their homeland soldiers to be attacking them and be defending their goods. After a long-fought battle, Valsic, Edward's character, believed that he was I think he was a little in over his head and believed he could get away with one last loot before being OHKO'd, one-shotted by another animated armor, bleeding out in the hands of Nox as they were trying to make their escape. We leave off after escaping the Embrace of Peace, but not yet back to Savior's Valley, where the three of you are in the caravan and going back up the rocky terrain up to Heroes Valley. I will say you have a few hours left before dawn, before you would be expected to leave your homes from due to worship and all that. So I ask you, are you going to drive all the way up, or are you going to take a moment to take a short rest?
I'd like to short rest. Please.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I think a short rest would be good.
I would also like to short rest.
Oh, sorry, you're dead.
You're taking a permanent rest.
Yeah, you're picking the longest rest possible. Yes, so you all take a break on the caravan. You kind of like let the horses calm down, and do you all make a campfire, or do you just kind of sit down on the terrain? The road down is like, it's got some grass, but it's like mainly rocky. It's kind of like rocky hills and stuff like that. There have been paved roads for the horses to be able to go up and down, but it's generally like, it's not uncomfortable. It's kind of like laying on gravel most of the time. So
I would rather not create a fire. I think we're just gonna sit off the road and kind of just chill a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I think while we are pulled off on the road, I think Corey is gonna walk up to Shiro, and hey, Shiro, I saw that you got Valsix's horn. Part of what my goddess teaches has to do with the usage of things that are sacred to people as part of craft, right? Things are of someone. It's a sacred thing to use that in a craft. And I had an idea for something that might be able to honor Valsix in that way, but I would need his horn, and I would only do that with your permission, obviously.
Yeah, certainly. I would trust you to handle this, and hopefully we can make something good come out of it. So yeah, by all means.
Thank you. Are you all right, my friend? It unfortunately is never easy.
Yeah, I'm holding up. I mean, I feel like it almost isn't real yet. It's kind of just strange. Even just like holding this and looking at it is kind of bizarre. But I guess we'll see. It might hit a little harder a little bit later once we're all settled down from this whole endeavor.
Yeah, I'm wondering when it's all going to hit me as well. I feel a little not quite real too, you know? Thank you, Shiro. I sincerely appreciate your friendship, and I enjoy fighting with you even under the circumstances.
Oh, I appreciate that, KJ. I definitely really appreciate you too, and I'm glad that we got through that, and hopefully we're not going to have to deal with anything like we did last time again.
Oh, I hope so too. I can only crouch in those barrels for so long. I think KJ takes the horn, and he has some like loose sort of scraps of paper, and he just starts to kind of look at it like a craft. Like he goes back to the caravan and just starts to kind of trace out the design that he wants to go for. And I think that's where I'll leave it for now.
Okay, great. I'm going to try and do a little explanation for people who don't know D&D. So short rest, you all have a certain amount of hit dice equal to your level. They restore after a long rest, but you can use them to heal yourself. So you can roll as many as you choose and roll them, and that's how much you heal during your short rest. But you do not get those hit dice back until a long rest. So how many dice are each of you going to be using to heal yourselves?
I spent 4, and I heal for 15.
So you heal for 15. Akka, how many are you using? Sure, Shiro, how many are you using?
3, and I got 15 as well.
Okay, and Corey, how many are you using?
So I used 2 in the battle as part of my barbarian ability, which lets me cash those out in battle. So then I rolled 4 of my d12s and my 1 d10 from fighter.
Sheesh.
So for 24 healing.
I see. Awesome. And while you all are resting, how is everyone holding up? There's been a moment of relaxation to a point, a moment of rest. How do you all feel now that it's probably not sinking in fully, but there is a time to really think? There's no adrenaline pumping. There's nothing chasing you, at least to your knowledge. Valsik is dead.
I think Shiro is not aware of how hard it's hitting him, because kind of with his backstory and everything, he's dealt with a lot of grief. And so I feel like at the moment he's kind of trying to stonewall it just because it's like still so fresh, but in reality he's like probably really crumbling mentally a good bit right now.
I guess where we're resting, are we in like a forest, or like there are trees or something?
No, it's like a plains. Like there's not a lot of it's plains with a lot of rocks and stuff.
I guess I'm like sitting down, resting against a rock, kind of looking in the direction of the city and the embrace of peace, and I'm simultaneously both kind of distraught about the whole thing. I don't look it because I'm trying to keep professional, but like these 3 people are the only friends I've got, and to lose one is not very great. But I'm also kind of like staring off into the distance, confused about the whole Raven thing. And I'm kind of thinking about that as well. So it's like two things happening at once.
Corey has experienced quite a bit of grief, a lot of it at the hands of Rina. And, part of how he got his powers literally kind of segregates a lot of his emotions from each other. And as he's sitting here and another person has been taken from him by Reyna, he goes to try and put all of his rage about that fact in the bucket where the rage goes. And for lack of a better term, he feels it start to just overflow a little bit. And you can kind of see that even as he's sketching things out or doing work, you can kind of see that his fists are just a little bit sort of hotter than the rest of his body. You can see that they're almost starting to incandesce a little bit with the heat, as just he's trying to be brave and be here and do what he's supposed to, but much like Shiro, I don't think Corey realizes how much he's crumbling, but he's starting to crumble.
I would also like to say, canonically, that anytime that Char isn't with me, he likes to, perch up on KJ's shoulder, and he is kind of afraid of Nox. It is, interesting, kind of ethereal form. He always just looks at Nox and is like, that's
not right. That's not right.
That's not okay. That's not okay.
That's fun. Yeah.
I don't know if that's fun.
I think, yeah, so, I think just saying that, I think, Shira, as you're kind of dealing with yourself, Char would kind of nuzzle in your cheek for a moment before flying off to see what KJ is doing and kind of, perch right near, or, kind of, do the little hops over to KJ, kind of look over, and you, with a bird's eyes, they're kind of not looking fully anywhere. Even when they're facing you, they have 360 view, right? But I think, KJ, you can see that Char is looking at you with some sort of sympathy, and they just kind of peck your leg for a bit, very softly, as some form of touch, I guess. One that it can give before it flies back over to Shiro to also comfort him.
I wish I had some food for you, but I left it all at home. I'm sorry.
No comfort for the ghost man.
Because you're scary.
You're freaky, dude. You're freaky.
I'm so scary and freaky, uwu.
Yeah.
He's you're a bird, but you're not a bird.
You can see that the moon, the time is almost up for you, and you have to get home. And so you all start packing up and get ready. How are you all hiding from the Nuruk this time?
I think the same thing. I'm gonna get up, from my contemplation seat, I suppose, and kind of just gesture to the other two people and say, "All right, time to go." And then I'm just gonna. I've got my spell slots back now, so I'm gonna cast invisibility on both of them.
Okay. And then I will still, for good measure, hide in a barrel or something.
Yep. Yeah.
Great.
Same.
Great. You two both go in the caravan. Nox, you drive over to the border. The two Nuruk kind of look tired. One of them's leaning on kind of the gate post. They look over. All right, just gonna do a quick check over. You're just coming back, right?
Yep.
I kind of remember you a couple hours ago.
I'm holding my paper out for him.
Great. All right. Park this thing up and get back home. Try to get some rest if you can. Worship soon.
Yep, you too. Thanks.
You drive off. Do you drop off the two of them at their houses before you park your?
Is this a good idea?
You think that you could take a weird a small passage, or at least They're still invisible, so you could make sure that they like you can just get them close and just tell them to like just jump off.
Yeah.
Like
I'll
mid
do
drive. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna make you guys make stealth checks because you don't actually need to while you're invisible, which is good.
Yay.
But the two of you get in your homes. Nox, you get to you park up the carriage and you put the horses back in the stables.
Yep. Do all the closing procedures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to make a stealth check. You have the paper, so you're like any narc that would come up would be fine. I would still like you to make a perception check or a history check, whatever you feel like.
What am I better at? Perception is 3. Okay, that's better. Damn. I got 11.
It's been eating at you for a while. Something's familiar about the roads you're walking.
Interesting.
But maybe that's just because you've been here for, it's been canonically it's been nearly a whole month since you've been here. And maybe you're just getting used to the roads. But something feels beyond that. But you kind of shake it off before going back home. And I would like to ask, you all have your stuff.
Well...
Where are you hiding it? I know that you only have an arcane focus, but you still need to hide it in some form or fashion.
Yeah, because the nerd can see magic, right? That's what we found out.
It's something that they say that they can't. Like, they're very magically adept. You don't know if they can, like, see it, because if they could, they probably would have seen your arcane focus when you showed up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I need you all to figure out how to hide it.
I want to find, like, a cracked floorboard or something that I can just put this thing. It doesn't even need to be that big, because my arcane focus is like an amulet necklace kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not too bad. You can make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm pretty good at those, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 15.
15. You managed to find a floorboard that you could like pry open, or like just kind of like slide something open, and then you can like kind of bend it over, and it doesn't seem very noticeable. So you managed to hide your things.
Yep. I'm gonna throw the casting focus underneath there and put the floorboard back, and then I'm going to. I don't remember if I really have anything here to remember where I put it.
I'll make you make a survival check when you're trying to look for it again, and like, or a survival check, or like a investigation check again. Like I don't think it's going to be that hard to remember fully. Like I'm not going to go that hard on you guys.
Oh, you know what? Actually, what I can do is I have some books, and I know I have a bookshelf, but it's fine if I put books on the floor. So I'm going to put the books. If it's in a corner, is this in a corner?
Yeah, we'll say it's in a corner. Sure.
I'm just going to stack some books on top of it.
Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna make it look inconspicuous. I'm just an avid reader, guys.
You love reading. That's a canonical fact about Nox.
I'm gonna move like a chair next to there as well. And this is my reading spot now.
Okay, cool. KJ or Shiro, do you have a way to hide your things?
I have something that may be entirely stupid, but my character has -3 int, so we're gonna see about that. So Corey brought a lot of different craftsman's tools with him. I have proficiency with several of them, and I imagine that he would travel with them. And so, like, in his mind, if he puts his hammers, because they're 2 light hammers, they're not heavy. If he puts his 2 light hammers sort of in with the tools, he could essentially say, like, that's not like a tool hammer. That's not like a weapon hammer. It's like a tool hammer, right? Like I use it for. You would try.
You try to like slide it away from weapon and more into tool. It's like, well, they didn't take it from you originally because it's for worship and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I named my hammer Oswald. Like, what do you This is my
This was
tool.
used for carpentry. What is your
Yeah.
problem?
I made this when I was 15.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. I love that. Give me just a, I don't know, I want to say like a boldness check, honestly. But how about we'll say this: you don't have to make it. You don't have to make any checks now. But if you have your stuff searched, you'll have to make like a deception check or something akin to that to rationalize it, right?
Totally fine.
Okay. And Shiro.
I have minimal creativity here, but my biggest thing literally is just my dagger. So I feel like my brain just like put it under the pillows, dude.
For the dagger
yeah.
fairy?
For the dagger fairy. Do you not have a bow?
I have just like a magical like quiver, which I don't really know where I'm putting that, but I have a short
Where's your
bow.
bow, brother?
I have a short bow,
Oh, you have a
but
short bow,
it's not like magical or anything really too particular.
Well, it was still it's
Yeah.
still something you have to hide because it's a weapon.
I feel like I'm just like doing not silly things, but almost like a little too in plain sight on accident of like said with like the dagger under the pillows and like trying to find like cabinets and stuff to where it's like, oh, well, if I put that behind it, simply they won't find it.
Sure, make me an investigation check or a sleight of hand check, your choice.
Okay. I'll do investigation. We'll call that 16.
16. I think because you're you have hunter's instincts, you have to like check out a bunch of tracks. What's obvious to you isn't obvious to everyone else. And so you're like, "Oh, this might be kind of stupid," but you slink it in like under a cabinet or behind like a bookshelf, but like almost inside the shelf's area. You kind of like carve out a little place in the back of the bookshelf and like place it in there and then slide over another piece of wood under it. Like, it's like, oh, this is so fucking obvious, but you're like, you have no other options. But it's still like hunting instincts. So you're just like, it's basically like hiding traps or hiding like excess food during the winter and stuff like that. So you're just like, I think you got it. Like, it's not the best options, but you feel like if they find one thing, they probably won't find the other two.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, I think that's a good option. We'll call that there. And by the time you all have gone home and tried to accumulate your stuff or like hide your things, you would get a knock on your door by the Nuruk, signifying that it is time for worship.
Not even enough time to long rest. It's over.
You do not get a long rest for this. So that means that you all start the next day of work, the next week of work, in fact, injured.
Yeah, but at least we did the short rest.
Yep, you got a short rest.
Can I take another short rest?
No, you cannot.
What?
Sorry. Bro.
I'm getting scammed. I want my spell slot back.
Yeah, I know you do. So we
don't level up? Sorry.
you all have leveled up before already. You leveled up last session. You don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. You don't get another level up. You're not level 8, you're level 7.
DM sucks.
Fuck you. DM bad.
DM awful. DM doesn't let me get my spell slots back because I'm playing Warlock.
But good news, because it is the holiday week where a bunch of festivities are occurring, everyone only has to do one check for their work week.
They're
and you get to
celebrating
choose.
Balsic's death.
So before you do anything else, I'll go down the line, and you guys can choose which one of your work checks you do. It'll be the second highest DC, but you only have to do one. And then your work week is done for this week until the festivities occur. So, Corey, you're going to go first. You're in the mines. You can either make one of your con saves or an athletics check, and it's going to be a DC 17.
I'm going to do an athletics check because that's my plus.
Hell yeah.
8. So, that does not do it. That is a 12.
Would you like to re-roll?
Yes, I would.
Then you'll take 4 damage.
How dare you?
My bad.
Oh, don't say my bad. You know exactly what you're doing.
Jesus.
You know
Why
what
the
kind
hate?
of torture you're putting on us.
Why the hate? One of your PCs is
Okay.
dead. I'm not trying to kill the other ones.
No, that is a 14, which also does not do it.
Would you like to reroll?
Yep, I will re-roll.
That is 10 damage.
Holy, that is a much higher. That was almost max roll.
Yeah, 2 5s. It's fucked up.
Fives, yeah. Literally, come on. 18? Does that do it?
That does do it.
Okay.
Good job.
I couldn't remember.
After a long, grueling shift, like half week of work, it seems like they almost like pitched the quota up for the last couple of days. Like you've noticed that the quota has been kind of like higher. It's been like increasing steadily every week, and this week is no different. It's almost like a regular week's worth of quota in half the days, and so it takes you a long time to really get through it all before finally feeling like your muscles are aching, your back hurts, everything's kind of like still on fire. I think you're still mentally distracted because of what happened to Valsic. You know, there's some value to that, but you finally managed to get done, and you are done for the work week. On to whatever the holidays have in store, I suppose. We'll go with Nox next. What would you like to do for your work check?
My options are investigation and animal handling, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, my investigation is a lot better. But I got a 3. So
Total?
no, I got an 8 total, which is not what I would like.
That's not enough. Yes, the DC is 17. Would you like to reroll?
Of course!
You will take 4 damage.
Can I not?
Sorry, bro.
Alright, I took the damage, and I rolled a 1.
If you reroll this time, you will take 10 damage.
Okay.
Are you going to reroll?
Yes.
Okay, take 10 damage.
And I rolled a nat 20. Okay.
Let's go. I will say heal 5 HP
Alright.
for that nat 20.
That's not bad.
But you managed to, you get a couple deliveries. Some of them they're all inside, but it seems like you've gotten, they're preparing for the festivities a lot, so a bunch of stuff is getting sent to the amphitheater, a bunch of, you have to get a bunch of stuff from the Blooming Beast to get the food and everything ready. You're kind of driving yourself around the whole Savior's Valley for a long time until finally you feel like you're done and you kind of take a rest, and the mental and physical fatigue of moving all these crates and just doing all this menial labor finally ends as your work week ends up.
I'm
Shiro.
taking a rest. No.
Week's not over, baby. Shiro,
I will do my animal handling check, please.
you would like to do the animal handling check? That is a DC 15.
Well, how does 21 sound?
Sounds pretty good.
All right.
Shiro, you're having a great week. You get you're gonna have
top of the world
you're gonna have
right
some
now.
days off. You're gonna have some days off soon. That's sick. Awesome. Yeah, you just get to deal with the animals for today. You're just ranching, no hunts, no nothing. You're chilling. You're having a great work week.
Me when I deserve this.
Yeah, but you managed to finish up your work week pretty well, pretty easy. You all get home, and dinner is almost ready when another one of Kane's announcements comes on. These happen every day, but they're usually short. This one, I would like to share with you all. The music starts up again, whirling. The runes start to glow as you start to get your food, and you get to hear the smooth speak of Kane Whitwer again. Hello to the beautiful members of the Punity and the rest of you heroes. Time for another check-in with Kane. As you know, I'm Kane Whitwer. While I would love to give you the usual cheery update, I have some grave news. Last night, a group of thieves had broken into the Embrace of Peace and stolen some expensive heirlooms. On behalf of the three houses, and as a resident of the crust myself, I am deeply sorry that we could not keep your items safe. But rest assured, Yolanda's might will crush those that attempt to destroy our peaceful way of life. We know that the culprits fled into Savior's Valley. We know that the leader of this band of vagrants is Valsik Khalil, so if you see him or anything else suspicious, please report it to your nearest Nuruk. There is a reward for giving good information, so you may have coin to splurge for the festivities. I'll now list out the people whose items have been taken by this group. If you hear your name, we are deeply sorry, and you will be paid in kind due to our immense negligence. Barnaby Sprinkletrunk, Teresa Windfoot, Pruntle Ficklewick, and Corey Calaire. As a final pick-me-up to distract from the horrendous news, may we all congratulate the great Hulmer Vasinek. Hulmer is a member of the Punity through and through. The brave half-elf has worked in Savior's Valley since he could tie his first knot. After 65 long years of service working on fabrics, he has decided to retire to the crust. He will spend the rest of his life relaxing and getting closer to Yolanda through worship, and he said that he may even take up travel. Mr. Vasinek has already departed for the crust, but wishes everyone he's worked with and sold garments to a wonderful life. And that's all for me tonight, folks. This was your daily announcement. I'm Kane Whitwer, and remember, you are the best of us. Hail Yolanda. And while it's faint, this time, some of you can hear your neighbors, through muddled walls, mumble the same thing. Hail Yolanda. During one of your days off before the festivities occurs, KJ, you are escorted. You are asked to come with one of the Nuruk, and you are brought over to a not very interesting part of the city, kind of like in an alley, but the Nuruk goes into the alley and lets you stay on in kind of like the light. You can kind of feel the sun still hitting you.
Okay.
I was tasked with asking you a few questions. You are Corey Calaire, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, I think you heard last night's announcement.
I did. Do you all know what was stolen of mine?
Yes. Well, we have a few items. Generally, we just wanted to make sure that it was you. So if you can remember a few things that were stolen, we will let you know what they are, and we will pay you in kind. It's not based on item value. Everyone will get the same thing, or the same amount. There is no value, but trust me, you will be okay for a while. We are deeply sorry again.
Yeah. The two things that I care about that were put in the embrace were, I had a warhammer, and then I had another like a light hammer as well. Those were the two things that I really cared about.
That okay? Then we are right. Yes, I'm sorry to say that you have lost. Both items have been taken fully. The tools seem to be interested in, or someone had taken interest in the items as weapons, assumedly to take some violent action against the city, maybe even the country. I'm very sorry. You will have your payment with the next night's dinner. There was one other thing that I need to discuss with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm not one to try and instigate anything. I do not want to assume anything of you. This was due to the House Nahale, but they did have note that said that you were friends or knew of Valsik Khalil, you two immigrated together, and he had stated that you had known each other.
Yeah, we both used to be adventurers, and adventurers cross paths sometimes, you know. So I knew of him.
Make me a deception check, please.
Yeah, I figured.
I believe
Yeah,
in you.
that's an 8. I shouldn't be rolling deception. I really should be rolling persuasion, but it's an 8.
All right, I understand. And did you know of him to be some sort of thief? Did you know him to be one that maybe did not align well with Rena's ideals?
Punch him in the face.
Man, you have no idea. I'm so close to just being like, this guy's fucking dead. But I knew him to be a bit of a scoundrel, but nothing that couldn't be contained if he was worked with.
I understand.
Nothing major.
All right, thank you. Well, I would not want to speak ill of an acquaintance of yours, but he is a leech in the city, and he might become a parasite of further proportion if not dealt with. So if you see him, if he comes to take some sort of comfort or sanctuary from you, I would advise you not to make a foolish decision, because he is not what we stand for. All right, well, thank you for your time. You are free to continue your business. Enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, I guess I will. And he books it out of there, and you can see his fists are starting, like his fists and his chest are starting to heat up again. Like with the leech comment, he had to hold himself back.
Would you like to make a charisma saving throw for me? I know he's angry. Angry.
I did make one already, and it was high, so I.
Okay, good to know. That I was gonna make you make that after the comments. I just forgot.
Sorry. So he booked it out of there. So like he's talking to this guy.
Sprinted.
Yeah, he's talking to this guy.
I'm free to go.
Normally.
No.
Then he's like, "Okay, you're free to go." And he's like, "Oh, great!" And then fucking just
100-meter dash.
The room.
When I say bolt, I mean like walks quickly, not like
like speed walks, just kind of like in a
Yeah,
hop.
He takes the dash action.
yeah. Yeah, but I certainly think he kind of locks himself in his house after that.
Okay, cool. We are gonna move on, and we're gonna go back in time a little. We look back down at the corpse of Valsik the Magnificent. He's bloodied and beaten on the floor of this vault. His blood stains a lot of the items that are strewn about. And around him are Nuruk taking his body and dragging it to somewhere we don't know. But that's just what we see of Valsik on this plane. In a void, endless as it is black, a soul has been dragged down here to this realm in between the hells, the celestials, and the realms of humanoids. Valsik, you feel no material form. You feel only your soul exposed to the vacuum of nothing that surrounds you. You feel more exposed than you ever have before. There is no mask here. Your true self bleeds into the shadows. You're only by yourself for a moment before that blackness starts to take form of a lady, and then a cloak of feathers surrounds her entire body, and the cloak shoots upwards to cover her face. And then she speaks. Hello, Valsic. I'm so glad that we got to speak.
I mean, I guess I was kind of enjoying talking with the last guy.
I know, but I just couldn't wait any longer. I've seen you do such great things through the eyes of Nox. I had to say hello.
Well, I'm flattered.
Now, you know that you're dead.
I figured as much. From Hellfire and Brimstone and someone else saying that they were dead.
Yes. I think it's unfair for you to die so early. I know you had so much potential. I can fix your little heart and make it beat again.
Okay.
Would you like that?
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but usually these things, from what I've heard in stories, come with a twist.
Her voice stops being human after she starts laughing from your comment, and you hear the laugh is almost like a flap of 1,000 wings, deafening you. Before she stops herself, and that voice starts to become a little more distorted, almost like she's speaking through someone else's vocal cords just to be able to communicate with you. They start to tear and echo. No, they're never good. But you're doing something that I already want. All I want to give you is a second chance to pull off that big show. You're better than just dying in a vault where no one can see, aren't you?
I mean, I like to think so. I think I could have done a much better finisher, given enough time.
Yes, I think so too.
Glad you agree with me.
Would you like to hear the terms of the deal then?
Might as well.
I bring you back, and you get to pull off your grand show. And after that, your soul will be mine to join the rest. But I would like to fund your show, but I need to choose the venue.
What do you mean, choose the venue?
Yolanda, that witch, has taken this land as her own for too long. There were more gods to worship than just one, and I have been sized down to a measly cult.
I could imagine that's frustrating.
Quite. But what really gets me is that immortal man. He prattles on like a god. I wish for you to seed his downfall.
Okay, quick question. Which immortal man?
The leader of your kingdom that you died in, Therin Ulrus.
Oh, I think he was on the target list, was he? I don't remember.
No, you were tasked with some smaller semblance, but...
Oh, but you want me to take out the big fish?
Yes, you can still do what you're doing. It will quite help in your final show.
Who am I one to complain about going after a bigger target? Just means a bigger show.
Exactly. And you may even destroy that throne room of his that is just disgustingly tacky. So, do we have a deal?
I think we do. Bring me back to life and I'll put on a show to remember.
Wonderful. She pulls out, there's a hand in front of you that's 5 finger, digits, but they're all talons. They're all just beak claws. And she reaches out for you to shake as you start to feel not just your soul, but the body, those tendons start to wrap around your soul again. The flesh that meshes with being starts to give out enough so where you can reach out a hand.
What's the harm? I'm already dead. And I will reach up my hand.
And as soon as you clasp, it's almost like lightning strikes your entire body as your nervous system lights on fire as you awake in a room. Dark and dreary. It's nighttime. You don't know if it's the same night. You have all of your stuff next to you as they have little tags that are labeling your weapons and also has your name on it. You have your clothes are next to you, folded or just kind of crumpled up, torn a bit. You grab everything you have. It's almost instinctual fear. You grab all of your gear and you have one direction in your brain that you have to keep going towards. You feel this almost dizzying headache as it starts to drive into your skull like nails, just being punctured in. As you grab all your things, your hands are shaking, everything's shaking. You are alive again. As you sprint out of the door, you just run. You run. You might hear some people calling. Some people start calling out your name, yelling, stop, stop. Something's chasing you. An arrow flies by you. You start sprinting. You're in rocky fields. You're gone. You've gone miles. You don't even remember how long it's been. Are people screaming anymore? You don't know. You just keep going. You keep going. You keep going. To the left of you, you think you see Savior's Valley, but you hear cawing. You hear more people screaming. You hear someone else. You hear something from long ago. Something ancient, something new, a scream. The ground beneath you is screaming. You don't know why, but you keep going. And as we fade out to Valsic the Magnificent sprinting in the middle of the night like the undead, we'll return back to our time in Savior's Valley. The festivities have started.
Wow. We got zombies?
He's back!
Oh my god! Wow.
Alex, you are gonna love what I've done with your horn.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
So, does anyone have any glue?
No, I have glass and woodworking tools.
Can I mend the horn back on?
Not on living things, no.
That's fine. I got the one-horned look now.
Yep.
Yeah, you're rocking the one horn.
Makes you special.
So true.
We are going to return back to Skelra, back to Savior's Valley, as festivities are happening. You are all, after worship, you're all told that there's going to be a bunch of festivities. There's going to be a couple major events throughout the day. One is the major hunt, which, Shiro, you have been invited to participate in.
I am pog champing.
And the show, which is the theatric work of Jalesger, The Yellow Belly Rots at Home, which is a play. So, you guys go through, you still have the sheaths are still adorned, but you see all, throughout the roads have now been, paved, there's a bunch of carts, there are a bunch of stands everywhere, a bunch of people, there's some house, claw members basically, flying up and juggling at the same time and doing a bunch of other street performances. There's, a small parade that goes through a couple roads that no one's using. There are archery and fake duels with wooden swords that are being held that you can participate in if you pay for it. House Nahale is offering up like minor magic potions for people to drink and try. It's merry with a question mark.
Great.
Would you all like to do anything in the minor festivities, or would you like to participate in one of the shows, or go to one of the shows? One of the major events, that is.
Are we all together?
That's up to you.
I'd like to be with somebody.
I actually have a weird kind of side thing that I'd like to do.
Yeah?
With the whole thing of when they were announcing all the people whose stuff got taken, I kind of want to talk to Barnaby, if I'm able to, because I heard that his stuff got yoinked.
Yeah, you could probably like find him at worship or something, and you could hang with him during the throughout the festivities. You guys could walk and talk together. Yeah, Barnaby is just around. You know, he's talking to you like, hey, how's it going?
It's not too bad. Definitely an interesting change of pace right now. How are you doing?
Oh well, you know, the announcement did bum me out a little bit, but I wasn't planning on using any of that stuff since I got back here, so I guess I'm not too shaken up about it. None of it was important to me. It was all, you know, some tools and a couple just things for self-defense. But now that, well, I'm here, I don't really feel that worried about, you know, having them. The Nurk seem to be protecting us decently, and I'm getting a payout out of it, so I'm not too broken up about it.
Oh, that's good. That's definitely good. Yeah, I was even wondering about that, too, if there was any sort of, like, I don't know, like a compensation or something, because, I mean, that's crazy that it would just be gone.
Yes, there would be. And Corey, he would kind of like, kind of whisper it, because he's like looking around over his shoulder and all that. But you would get a whole gold piece, Corey.
Whoa.
And he would kind of like flip it around his finger. I'm going to be spending this on some of the games and such. And he kind of flips it and catches it back in his hand before, like, pocketing it before, like, still looking around. He's trying to make sure he doesn't get robbed. But I have had a good time, so I'm ready to spend it. You work for the hunts, right? You do the hunts for the food and all that.
I sure do.
Let's do some archery.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it.
So you both go to like the archer stand, and he pays for your like kind of entry.
Barnaby,
it's just to test out like the short bows and some of like it's a House Talor member standing there and trying to like teach people how to use the bow. And he sees like you seem pretty adept with it, but he still stands next to Barnaby and kind of like teaches like, you want to draw from here, hold down, make sure not to point this at anybody because we're just looking at the targets now, right? And the two of you kind of like start bonding. Nox, you said you wanted to be with somebody.
Yeah, I guess I'm with Corey then.
You're with Corey, yeah. Corey, what are you doing? What are you two doing?
I heard there was dueling.
Yes, there is faux dueling. Yes.
Faux dueling. Okay, so
you get wooden swords, and it's basically like taps. Like if you get a hit, then that's a point for you, and it's up to like 5 points.
Oh, Corey. So Corey like hears dueling, and like goes and sees that they're like essentially pulling their punches, and he immediately his face just frowns and just goes, I don't want to do that anymore.
You
I
see,
thought it was going to be like wrestling.
You see, like, it's like mainly kids that are participating. They have like little stuffed, a little bit of armor padding.
Oh my god, kill the kids!
Yeah, but like, there's a couple adults that are also partaking. As you're walking around, you would actually hear Owen's voice kind of call to you, Corey, KJ, come on, how's it going? And Mala would be walking over to you, and would eye Nox a little bit for a moment before looking over. Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
I glare at this person.
Oh, it's going great.
I'm not a nice person, I don't think.
And Marlo, this is my friend Nox. But yeah, we're having fun at the festival. God, this week at work was quite the killer, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm still feeling it a bit in my bones, but you know, have to stay spry for the festivities. Once a month, it's always good to have. Nox is your name, yes?
Yes. I'm holding a
Very-
little balloon.
Very, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
I
well.
work with KJ here in the mines.
Mm.
I was wondering, if KJ, I know that, well, I can't duel with anyone other than people who are usually in the mines. So what if the two of us went at it a bit?
I think Corey looks at her and starts to blush a little bit and goes, yeah, sure. I think we can absolutely go for it.
Great, and your friend can spectate as I beat your ass.
Oh, you think you're gonna win, huh?
On my other hand, I'm doing a thumbs up.
Okay. Well, let's see if you can beat me.
I feel like a dad who's brought his son to the local fair.
Oh, look, he's made a friend.
you two know each other? Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, he kind of has a crush.
Okay, so we're gonna make just 3 athletics checks back to back, and they're just gonna be contests. Best 2 out of 3. Okay. Mala has a +4 in athletics or in strength, and does have proficiency. She's a lower level than you, so she has a +6.
Get fucked. I'm +8.
So I'm gonna roll, and you roll an athletics check as well, and we're gonna contest. Okay.
Okay. I got a filthy 20.
She got a 21, 15 on the die.
Oh!
So you just kind of go full force and swing, and she just kind of, like, really quickly just taps you on the chest before, like, anything go. And the Talor, like, overseer goes, hit! 1 point for Mala. And you kind of have to step back. And this goes for a couple back and forth as you're trying to both get taps in. We're gonna roll again.
Rolled a 12.
On total?
Total. I rolled a 4 on the die.
You're lucky she also rolled a 4 on the die.
Oh my god.
So you go a couple more, and she gets like 1 tap in, but you manage to get like 2 rounds in a row. And we're getting like to the tiebreaker. You managed to be pretty even. I think both of you are really even in this fight. She's kind of like playing a lot more, like a lot slippery than you'd think like an orc would be. But she seems to have some like form of combat prowess, if anything natural. If like not trained, it's somehow natural. Because you know, at least she said that she never fought, or she didn't do like training for fights. She was born here. Last roll.
Corey rolls a
Nat
nat 1.
Yeah,
Nat 1?
Corey rolls a
baby!
nat 1. I think Corey, like, I think I get distracted because she's very pretty.
Yeah, I think like round before final, you get your tap in, and I think you have to get really close to her, so she kind of like whispers in your ear like, nice going, KJ, good job, maybe I'll reward you if you win. And then just like immediate like, huh, and then go, and then time, tap, boom, right on the cheek, just tapped right on the cheek. And she just kind of shrugs and walks over to hand the stuff back. It's a fun time. I feel it does cost you 2 silver. Or not 2 silver, sorry, 1 silver to participate in the duel. It is also a bet, so Mala gets the 2 silver.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, she won. So you continue. Shiro, let's go to you.
right.
Just make me a couple, maybe 2 range attack checks.
What does that even mean?
It's Dex plus your proficiency.
Okay. 2 of them? Oh, wow.
2 of them.
Both the same number. They're both 22s.
22s? This is easy. Like, the targets are not super far because they're meant to be for, like, people who don't pick up weapons. So you just go out, boom, boom, just bullseyes on both of them. And the Talor kind of guy, overseer, just, like, claps. Wow, you're pretty good with that bow. You could be good enough to be in the scout regime.
Oh, really now? Well, you might have to talk to you about that a little later then.
Don't get out of yourself. We still need people like you down in the valley, but it's good. And Barnaby also, like, his first few shots are kind of weak. Like, he doesn't put enough power into it, but he kind of, like, starts to understand a little bit and manages to fire, like, not a bullseye, but, like, on target, really close to the center. And he just kind of pumps his fist and goes, yes! Yes! This was
Good shooting, Barnaby.
Thank you so much. And he, like, turns over, and he kind of, like, you see him looking kind of, like, behind you as he puts the bow back on the table, like, a little bit shaking, and a hand clasps your shoulder. Well, I wouldn't expect any less from our hunters, now would I?
Is this DeLorean?
It is DeLorean.
Awooga! That's not canonical, I'm sorry.
Jaw drops to floor. Sound effect of train whistle plays.
Pardon me.
Yes,
DeLorean. Hi.
Yeah, they
Good to see
stand behind
you.
you. Yes, it's great to see you as well. Are you practicing for your hunt?
We sure are, actually. Just thought we'd brush up a little bit before we get into the thick of it, you know?
Lovely. The overseer goes, yes, I was saying that he could be good enough for the scout regime. He might even join under one of yours. And DeLorean just goes, oh, I've seen him. I've seen what he hunts. He'd need to do a little better than that. But I haven't thought of it. Or I have thought about it a little bit, at least.
Well, I'll take that. I'll definitely have to step it up on the next hunt then to make sure that, you know that I'm capable of hunting more than just big lizards.
Well, I hope you can hunt small ones too, because I heard that the hunt for today is a very small and fast creature. Clever thing.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything that's a bit speedy.
I heard the reward is a whole gold piece as well.
Oh, really? Alrighty. Well, I'll be sure to be on my A game for that one.
Wonderful. And if you are successful, there's a few more rewards in store. I have put a certain investment into you, so make sure you make me look good, okay?
I will certainly do my best.
Great. See you then. And she kind of pats you on the back pretty fucking hard before walking back, walking off, seemingly to like the fields and the farms where the hunt will take place.
I'm just
It's
gonna.
a small lizard. You can bring your cat.
Yeah, I thought that's what the joke was, honestly.
No, I wasn't actually thinking about that.
It's a like 6-inch tall Ron DeSantis in the farm.
Yeah. Oh my God, the world's greatest game, People.
True. In character, I like just kind of side eye Barnaby in like the friendly way, being like, "All right."
I did not know you had such friends in high places so fast.
Well, I've always prided myself on my work, so I guess that's getting me somewhere.
It's always good to have Talos' eyes on you, because from what I hear, is that the more they like you, the faster you can get up to the crust. As long as, well, you keep that ethic, I suppose.
It's certainly not going anywhere, so nothing like a little friendly competition to try to keep me on my toes.
Great, great. Yes, I will. I didn't even know that you were in the hunt. I will. I would love to watch. What? Did you say you were in the hunt? Did I check that right? I don't.
I believe so.
Sorry. That the house that I believe that she's pretty high ranking due to her clothes. So I think I just like complete everything that from my memory has been wiped. I don't know what just happened. Everything. She really. That person really scared me. To be honest.
I get it.
So I'm not really sure. You're in the hunt. I think I knew that already, right? Let's go and I'll join you for the hunt and I'll root for you.
All right, I'm gonna get you a
They
cup
are very
of water
scary.
while you're at
Do
it.
you see them often? They're so scary.
They're a bit frightening. They have quite a demeanor to them, but you know, they're good people. I think.
Wonderful. All right. The festivities would continue. You would all kind of like continue doing some stuff around the festivities if you choose to, walking around. You're all talking to people that you know. Yeah, Nox, you're third wheeling.
Corey, are you going to stands like and buying stuff? Because I've got a really funny idea if you are.
Well, yes. It also, I was gonna ask, are there like, what kinds of merchants are there here? Is
A
it
lot of
just like
food.
Food. Okay.
A lot of food. There's a couple merchants that are like I said, the House Nahale stands are like magical items that you get to try, but then you have to you have to basically, if it's a potion, you drink it there, and then you like get the effect of it. Like you see one kid drinks a fire resistant, like drinks a potion, and then one of the mages just shoots a firebolt at him, and the kid just like kind of gets pushed back a little bit, but he's fine. And he's like reaching up to his mother, like, "Oh, I want to go again. I want to do again. I want to do again."
Whoops, sorry, kid. That was the lightning resistance one. Oops. As the kid is fried.
Ah!
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going and buying food and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
As we're walking, I'm holding a balloon in one hand and all of your things in the other.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah,
Like, literally,
Mala
I
won
mean,
you. There was an axe throwing game, and while you were getting your food, she like got a little like wooden carved like trinket, and then she like handed it to you. There's no like stuffed animals here, but there's like kind of this totem that you can put in your room that like Mala's just carrying with one hand. Knocks, you have to like kind of double barrel it, so you're just dragging it across.
Yeah, I'm holding all your stuff, and I'm gonna say to you, Corey, should we be wasting our time on these frivolous festivities? We have a job to do.
Well, there's food here, so I kind of wanted to eat, and I don't know. I think we've earned a little bit of fun, I guess.
I just feel like it's not a very good use of our time.
The food is 3 copper, by the way.
Worth.
I'm gonna deduct like 2 silver worth of.
Whoa, okay. I was saying like the whole, like a bunch of the food that you buy is like 3 copper. It's
Oh,
we'll say 6.
okay.
If you're eating like a shit ton, 6 copper. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I was kind of like allocating enough for how much you bought, but no, that's fucking 6 copper. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Corey, I'm really starting to like it here. I really love their government. Anyway, have you heard of the alt-right?
Corey says, I don't know, maybe we should just try to have a little fun since, we've been stressing out so much. And Nox is like, you're right, I love it here.
Yeah. And then
It's not true. It's not true.
I roll a -1 on my history check again, and then go, yeah, I know all about them.
How long are the festivities happening for? Like, is this like a multi-day?
It's like a
festival?
weekend thing. Like it's like a 2-day long kind of festivities. But
Okay.
like we're all kind of compacting it, all the things that happen in one day. The show like happens multiple times throughout the like a couple times per day.
Okay.
And the hunt is like one grand event, but a bunch of different hunters do different hunts.
There's
So-
one main thing I want to do.
Okay.
Which is that I don't know if this is possible. Are we allowed to leave the city that we're in right now, or are we still kind of kept here?
You have to stay in Savior's Valley, but you can go to the Blooming Beast because there's stuff going there. You can go to the amphitheater because there's stuff going there. You can't go to Blue Flame Caves. That's off limits for the festivities.
Fuck, that's where I wanted to go.
But I will say you could try to sneak out later with your crew if you want.
I've got invisibility.
That's also true. But I did want to ask one thing. There
Sure.
is the 2 major shows. Are anyone going to the theater? And is anyone... I know that Shiro is, but is anyone going to help Shiro with the hunt? And are you doing both or just one? Or neither?
Am I able to go to the theater as well?
Yes, you will be.
Yeah, why not?
So I know one of our targets is the person who runs the mines, but what's our other one? I've forgotten now.
The other lady is not in... She's in the crust. She is the refiner. She's like deals with refining cast, and so a lot of that... Most of that is done in the crust, and she will not be in... She never shows up in Savior's Valley. She sticks to her like kind of like manufacturing and all that stuff in the crust.
I thought she'd go to the theater.
It's possible. You know that Kane Whitwer was gonna go.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the theater.
All right.
I'll go if oh my god, if not
The Discord names are there for a reason.
I know. I literally had it on the wrong screen. I'll go if Nox goes.
Oh.
Are we able to regroup since I'm with Barnaby and all that right now?
Well, I'll say that like you do the hunt and then you all go to the theater together.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
So, the hunt. Oh, let's go.
Time for me to strut my stuff against a lizard.
Time to prove that you're better than your cat.
God willing.
God willing, you are better than your cat. Shiro, there are tons of people in your workplace. They're kind of like outside the fences and everything like that. But there are so many people around. You can see just like a bunch of people like looking on where they're talking to some of the hunters. Like you see some of your coworkers talking to people with their bows out and kind of ready to do this and all that. Talking to people, maybe friends, maybe like fans of some form. Like people are like really excited to see this. You would see that there's one person sitting on like a table, kind of like on an elevated hill, looking over everyone. You can tell that they are like they have that deep navy blue, so they're part of House Telor. Like they're one of the sworn. They're wearing that kind of like navy blue, but it has a pattern on it. But I'm trying to remember what it is. They have these like all like on the shoulder, like of the shirt. They're not wearing like full armor. They're kind of wearing like a vest armor, but they have like a sleeve on their left, and on the whole sleeve is this like tooth pattern that you have not seen before. DeLorean has that black gradient, and like you were saying, like Barnaby was saying that like DeLorean's scary. Like she's scary just because of her like of that rank. You've seen a couple people throughout the whole festival with that like kind of like rank of it. This like hound's tooth pattern you have not seen on anyone. And this is like a pretty like tall for a dwarf, like dwarven woman who's pretty like bulky and has this giant hammer, this giant war hammer next to her, like kind of leaning on her chair as she kind of sits down at her desk and with like something in a cage in front of her, and you can see her like leaning into the cage and just talking. You can't see, it's a bit far, so you can't tell what the creature is. It's like got white fur, but it's kind of just like a white ball, and you can see her talking to it in some form. Pretty far away from everyone else. Like it seems like she's not trying to make a big scene of herself.
Well, I certainly feel like I would like to go over and scope that out a little bit.
Okay, cool.
I guess I'll come up and I'll kind of try. I've been trying to do like the friendlier approach, so I'll probably have like Char with me, and I think I'll just come up and ask, like, "Hey, is that yours by chance?"
No.
Oh,
This. Who are you?
I'm Shiro. I'm going to be participating in the hunt. Nice to meet you.
Cute. So, this, and she turns it around, and you see this just Snow White rabbit that was like pure in fear in the corner, like shaking behind, and it looks at you, and it starts like running, it tries to run towards you as the cage just stops, and keeps trying to like butt its head into the cage. As she just grabs the cage and puts it away after seeing that. This is your hunt.
Oh, we're hunting that?
Yeah. What, you think you can't do it?
I mean, I guess I had different expectations of what to see, at least visually, but they did say it was fast.
Yeah, it's fast. Is it faster than your arrows? Well, you're not even really built for it. Come on, go in the shed and grab your stuff.
Good point. I guess I'll go ahead and do that then. Well, pleasure meeting you.
It was something. What's your passive perception?
There it is, 16.
That warhammer that's next to this dwarf, looks extremely familiar.
Oh.
You've seen someone wield that. That's not this dwarf for a very long time.
Wait just a rootin' tootin' second.
That's weird.
I'm not gonna lie, the hammer completely flew over my head. I was too busy just like, animal? Heck yeah, dude.
Oh shit! An animal?
What? They have those in here in this country?
I didn't even get this person's name either, darn it. Well, pretty memorable figure.
Yeah, they're old. They're an old dwarf. They got like gray long hair that's not even like braided or anything, just like kind of like down to the ground pretty much. It kind of drags off. You can tell this person when this person's around. So you would get geared up. You can grab your arrows and grab your bow and grab any melee weapons you might have, like a dagger or something.
Yep, dagger and a short bow, my combo.
And there would start to be a call for the hunt. Hunters, hunters, get ready, get ready. And you see a small, like a lesser important member of the Sworn. It seems to be House Claw, kind of like gathering everybody, like kind of like a town crier or something. You rush up. Hunters, please get behind me, and I will introduce you all in your greatness. And also, I'll explain how this whole thing's gonna go. All these are your just coworkers. They seem to be like people you've hung out with. That one guy that kind of like didn't fully show you up, but like DeLorean was talking about having more high like regard for, is also here. Just something to keep track of. The crowd goes, all right. These are our 4 hunters. They are here to take down a very cunning prey. It may not seem like much, and they won't get hurt because we don't want anyone getting hurt in the festivities, but it is something quite tricky. It's not like any beast that they fought before. This one won't fight back. It'll just run, but it'll also hide in a way that most beasts don't think to. This is a rabbit from the Isles. And everyone kind of goes, ooh. Yes, a foreign species. Very interesting. We had gained access to it through one of our small camps that handed it back to us as a trophy for what they've done and all that. You know, bless the soldiers in House Talor and all that. But today, you will all be hunting this Isles rabbit. And to judge, because we have gotten one of our members of House Talor very intimate with this rabbit. They know exactly every mark and everything. There's been a hidden arcane rune attached to it as well, so you can't fake the rabbits. Understood? Please give a hand for Wella Gittner, a very acclaimed veteran soldier. And the dwarf would stand up and kind of give a small nod as people would just start applauding this dwarf. She wouldn't say anything, but then she would just kind of go back down. Yes, Wella has done many years on the force, has fought many an army, and has won many a battle. They now stand here and help train the Nuruk in how to fight. Isn't that right, Wella? Well, we'll just go, Well, yes, wonderful. Now, we are going to give this rabbit a 15-minute head start. And after that, you 4 are meant to find it. Are you all ready?
Let's do it.
The other three hunters would go, yep, I'm ready. They would kind of like they would kind of grip their bows. Wella, if you'd please release the beast. And Wella would put the cage to the floor and just like open the door of the cage, and this rabbit would book it. Just fucking like not faster than any other beast you've seen, but just make me a nature check. Or an insight check, whatever you feel like.
I'll do nature. And it is a 23.
Beasts like this only run when they have a fear of death. And obviously there's a lot of people around, it's a new environment. This rabbit doesn't know where it is. But it shouldn't be this scared, this fast, in some form of way, you know? Like, it would be running. None of the hunters have aimed at it. None of them have tried to like instigate it at all. Like, it's been in the cage. Obviously, it's scared, but it's running as if it knows it's going to die now. That's kind of all you get from that. It's very strange. I mean, how it acted in the cage was strange too. And also, I'll give you this. Why would a rabbit be... I mean, like, there's a bunch of aisles. It's kind of weird. You've never heard of like an aisles rabbit. But you don't know the nature of the aisles that well either. So maybe it's just normal. Like, it could just be something that you've never seen before. But it looks just like a normal rabbit. You don't really see any differences other than how it acts, I guess.
Would I canonically have any sort of assumption that they have some, like, magic thing attached to it? I don't know the correct verbiage of that, but kind of.
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay. Alright, I got 4, so.
4? They said that they put a magic rune on it. Maybe that's what's making it weird, but you have no idea.
Alright, that's pretty much about all I had in real life also, so that tracks.
After the timer, or after a certain amount of time, the house claw member would go, "All right, hunters, get going! I want to see a dead rabbit, and I'm planning on eating it afterwards, so go.
Me and Char had time to find that rabbit.
Yeah, you start booking it into the forest. What's Char's AC?
I did not have that prepared. One moment. 16.
16. That's gonna be 1 hit. It's gonna be 2 hits. Char's gonna take 14 damage.
Oh my god! What?
As soon as the timer starts, all 3 hunters grab an arrow and shoot Char.
What?
And attempt to shoot Char. 2 of them just sink into Char, and then they just book it. And one of the coworkers just goes, "Sorry, man, unfair advantage. We've got to deal with it first." And they just start booking it.
I'm furious right now.
Scammed.
And the claw member would just go, "Oh, by the way, you can set traps for your fellow hunters, but don't harm them. Animal companions, well, they know what they're signing up for, I hope. Have fun!" Do you run?
I guess.
Yeah.
Char, after the last thing, now only has 1 health. So.
Oh my god! Yeah, you start just booking into the woods. You kind of take a different path than all the other 3 start booking in. How are you trying to find this thing?
Well, initially, I was kind of thinking of using Char as recon, but now I'm significantly more concerned on doing that, so I think he's gonna stay close to me. And could I do something in the form of a nature check to try to kind of scan the surroundings and see if anything got disheveled as I'm running?
That would be a survival check.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do one of those then. And that will
I'm also gonna roll for these guys to see what they get.
That will be a 9, so not great.
9. You kind of start getting lost. You're just so frazzled by these guys, your coworkers. You're not buddy with any of them, but the fact that they all immediately knew to shoot your bird is just so frazzling that this friendly competition got immediately turned on its head for you, at least. As you're just trying to go back, and you see some tracks, but they're too big to be a rabbit. Some are just start to be bugged, just start to be kind of eating leaves and stuff, and that you think are tracks. You keep running around, but you keep you manage to start losing the trail a little bit as you hear 2 of the other hunters kind of a couple miles away, but just starting to just, you already hear arrows flying, and you hear some leaves rustling as things are going away, but you can't fully get it. You're trying to just go to where the noise is at this point. You hear you also hear very far in the distance a bear's growl, and then you hear someone screaming. It's very far, but you did hear a bear's growl. One guy rolled on that one.
Oh no.
So, race is still on. You're in the back of the pack. Make me another survival check to try and keep track of this. Or, I'll also allow you to make me an attack check to try and basically trip up one of the fellow hunters.
Okay. I think I'm way more focused on the moment, especially after hearing the bear and just hoping that was one of my coworkers getting beasted on. so I'm just gonna do a survival check.
Just hoping that he's getting eaten.
And that is a 16 survival check.
That's a 16. You hear the rustling, and it starts running towards you, and you manage to like start figuring it out. You know where it's gonna come from. How do you want to set a trap for this thing, or do you want to like just like rely on your aim to fire at it when it comes by? It's like coming towards you. You need to make a check to either make like some sort of like really like a trap for it to like really catch it, or you have to like just rely on your aim and shoot it.
I think I would try to set a trap. Probably maybe in like a thicker bit of grass or something. And is there a certain roll I gotta do for that, or?
Yes, that will be a survival check to try and set. Like, what are you trying to do? Like a pitfall or a trip?
Yeah,
I guess
thinking...
you can't really dig a pitfall, right? Like in this moment. Do you have any
Do
spells that might help?
Sort of... Hey, that's a fun thing to point out. Would an ensnaring strike be anything there?
Yes, like if your attack doesn't kill it, then the ensnaring strike would actually like restrain it, which would be good because then Char could get a hit on it.
Okay. God forbid somebody doesn't see Char. But yeah, I think I'll try to do that then. Try to hit an ensnaring strike.
Okay, cool. So that will use a spell slot. It's gonna like run through this area. You're just perched up. You're waiting. You're going to be the first one to get an attack on this thing. If it misses, one of the other hunters will also get a shot on it. I would like you to make an attack check.
All right. That is a 23.
23, that hits.
Let's go.
Please roll damage.
It is 7.
7. You see this thing running. Like again, running for its life. It like things are chasing it, but it's sprinting. Like this is now the primal fear of an animal. But like even like you see this thing even as fast as it's going, you just aim your bow, let go, boom, straight through the like thick of the meat, straight through, like right through the middle of it, like leg to leg almost, as the arrow sinks into the ground and the rabbit just stops moving. It's dying, like it's unmoving. You can just grab it.
I'm definitely gonna go snatch up that rabbit then.
Make me insight check or a nature check. Your choice.
I'll do a nature check. And that is a 18.
18. You're looking through, like obviously it wasn't a quick hunt. Like you had to go through a lot of running. You were in the forest for like maybe 20 minutes before like you even got to the spot, and people were looking through. You realize that this thing wasn't running like deep into the forest. It was trying to stick to smaller trails and also like go through hidden areas, but it seemed to be like relying on man-made paths, as if it's not used to moving through nature. It was relying on like man-made paths and like other things that maybe like foxes had made. Just a strange, like, you don't know how the Isles rabbits work. They just feel like, but this whole thing's like idea of like trying to get away was really strange, and it would probably be harder hunting a real rabbit.
I had to muffle myself from laughing for a second, because in my thought I was just like, is the spirit of Valsix in this rabbit?
You just killed Valsic. Just killed Valsic.
Not again.
It's your fault. No! Yes, but you managed to fire it off. The rabbit like looks at you as you're like walking over to it. It like turns its head to you very weakly, and it starts opening and closing its mouth before eventually you see that the light leaves its eyes and it dies.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Sorry, Valsic, you're dead again.
He just says, my greatest show. Yeah, I forgot to mention when Valsic was running, he wasn't actually running, he was hopping. Sorry, guys. That was a really important point that I should have mentioned earlier. So, do you take the rabbit and just start heading back?
Yes, partially because I don't really know what to do with the fact that this thing seems unnatural. Kind of just perplexed by it over anything. Yeah.
Do you run or walk? You hear the hunters starting to catch up to you. Like you hear like rustling, and as much as they're like sneaky. You can tell that they're kind of in a rush, probably because of the reward.
I think I'll probably just book it then, because obviously, not that Char particularly might have been playing fair, but the fact that they all just sniped my damn bird right at the beginning, I definitely do not want to be sticking around too long.
All right, yeah, you start running. That's a good choice. I was gonna ask for your AC if you did not immediately start booking it. Actually, make me a stealth check while you're running.
Oh, all right. 10.
10. Let's see, is that good enough? Wow. It is just good enough.
Woo!
Let's go.
As you kind of like start booking it, it's like, where's the damn rabbit? Fuck! And they start like kind of hauling ass. You can tell that they're going deeper into the forest. And you manage to make it out. You're holding the rabbit. A bunch of people like see you come out, and everyone starts cheering. Everyone's applauding you. That House Claw member goes, "Oh, it looks like someone grabbed my dinner already. Wonderful. What is your name?" And he kind of runs up to you. What's your name?
Shiro.
Shiro today is our winner for the great hunt. Isn't that wonderful, everybody? Give him a round of applause. And people start like clapping, applauding, and Wella Gittner, the dwarf, kind of stands up. Seems to have like two things clutched in her palm. One of them you can't see, but another one is just an arrow that looks like carved out of some like very ornate wood. It's like got carved engravings on it. You can tell it's magical just by like looking at it. And she walks over to you. Good job. Here's your reward. And they kind of they unclench their fist a little bit, and Wella hands you a gold coin.
Nice.
And kind of like puts its arrow kind of up in your face as far as they can reach. And Wella just goes, all right, so you get this arrow. This is quite powerful against beasts. You get one of these to use. It's done once you hit him, but it'll make taking out some higher hunts real easy.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You forfeit the carcass to House Nahale once you use it. Yeah?
Got it. All right.
This will get put in safekeeping.
Good to know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I expect a lot from you. And you would see, like, in the crowd, DeLorean is there, like, very, very regally clapping her hands for you with a very light smile on her face.
Yes.
Yeah, yes! It's like Shiro's just playing a dating sim. He's not playing, like, this revolutionary game or anything like that. He's just playing a dating sim for DeLorean Vantablood.
It's called getting information from the inside.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Definitely.
You're trying to get inside something, I'll tell you that much.
Whoa!
You fucking freak. Whoa! Who said that?
Whoa! This is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
It's not.
We're so family friendly
Not
here.
2 minutes ago, I just yelled fuck.
Kids can hear the word fuck, okay?
Well, if we start saying that we care about family values, we can cultivate right-wing audiences.
Oh,
This is
yes!
stupid.
Yes!
This is stupid.
Oh.
This is stupid.
We're dumb.
No, I'm dumb.
So then we are done with the hunt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did it. You won.
Dude,
did it.
winners squad here.
I managed to kill the haunted rabbit. Something right about that thing.
All me, actually.
What is the name of the dwarf that has my fucking hammer?
Wella. Welaa.
Ooh, I spelled that wrong.
Well,
Hey DM, what's the quickest way I can reach her?
I mean, technically Corey doesn't know about this yet, but I just want to get the name down so that I can know who I'm punching.
Oh, don't worry.
Get-
I'm going to be telling you a lot at the theater.
Yeah. Last name is Gittner, which is Gitner.
Well, Gittner.
Yep.
Gittner, I barely know her.
I was going to say the same damn thing.
Damn. So you all start heading to the theater. The amphitheater, only Nox has been, other than compared to the three of you. It's very lovely. You can tell that this was probably made after the fall, It's like some meteor crater. It's got these really lovely stone seating rows that go down, kind of like they're all circular. It's kind of like a stadium where it's all down, and there's this stage, this like wooden stage that is huge. It's one of the bigger stages that you've seen. You'd think that it's like it's made for like bigger productions than what you understand of it, but it's a circular stage and there's no curtain. It seems that like you can tell that like you can tell like as everything's getting set up, some people are like putting backdrops into certain parts of the back. Like some of the seats have been kind of like basically removed. Like don't go there unless you like want to see the back of everything, you know. But a lot of the backstage stuff, like people are going underneath the stage and like kind of crawling back out from under it. It seems like a lot of finishing touch stuff was there, and you'd probably know a little bit more about it, but well, the one who worked here is gone. After a few moments getting your seating, you three can converse if you'd like.
Well, I have got quite a bit to tell Corey. Actually, everybody, really.
I won the hunt, and that's it.
Guys, I did it. I'm just holding
Guys, I
my
killed
gold
Felsing
coin.
again.
So I killed this rabbit and it gasped like a human?
Strange.
Yeah, we don't have to roleplay that, but you can say everything that happened through the hunt if you guys have anything to say. But is there anything else you guys talk about before the show starts?
There's this girl I kind of like, and normally I know how to like do this sort of thing, but what advice do you guys have?
I feel like me and Nox just like stare at each other. We're both just like, relationships?
Those types of relationships are superfluous.
Damn.
Okay, I guess I'll just talk to her at work then.
Sorry.
We're mainly here looking for... oh god, what's her name?
Yalara
okay, you got this.
Bismuth.
Yalara Bismuth? We're mainly here looking for Yalara Bismuth. We don't have an example of what she looks like, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. From what I remember, she's a fairly high-ranking individual who works at the refineries. If we can find people who are dressed in that kind of manner, perhaps we can deduce exactly who we're looking for. So, just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, just look for anyone who looks fancy. I mean, you can tell, like, there aren't just, like, Punity members here. There are a lot of the Sworn, like a lot of House Nahale, House Talor, House Claw. They're closer to the stage, they get, like, closer seats. But there's a lot of Sworn here. But you do know that, like, there is some sort of color coding, and you haven't seen anyone outside wearing blue. There's people who wear purple, who are like the purple people are the purple, not the purple people. People who wear purple are the Punity. You are just the rest of the hero class. You all wear black, but there's a lot of like purple clothes here. There's a lot of blue clothes here. A lot of like majority like black and purple, but there are a lot of like blue clothes down at the like kind of closer to the center of the crater. But no, you haven't seen any other types of clothes here yet, other than the Nurk. And actually, now that you can actually take off the binds on, you can see that the Nurk are like they all wear like obviously gray, but they don't actually wear plate mail, like not like metal plates. They do wear armor, but it's not made of like metal. It's just stone, and their claws are not metal either. They're made of like bone.
Flesh plates.
Yeah, they're all flesh.
They're so fleshy.
You said they're stoned? They should be easy to deal with then.
Yeah. Stone isn't that heavy, guys.
Just fucking push them over and they'll be like a turtle flipped on their back.
You would all get ready as everyone's, there's a kind of like intro from like one of the members of House Claw, like a lower ranking member, just thanking everyone for showing up. They do a little bit of like an opening routine talking about just like the history of this place, the history of the amphitheater, how after the fall it felt appropriate not to forget everything that happened there, and so this is a reminder of what what the fall was like and the people who died during it and all the lives that were lost, but also the opportunity that was given through the meteor and the meteor swarm and everything that hit it. And he even holds up a small rock. No one can really see it, but he holds it up and he says that this is a piece of the meteor that fell down and crashed into this very crater. And everyone kind of goes, ooh, and claps, very shocked. But then the last thing that this Claw member says is, I also want to thank Willem Jelesker for directing this and creating this masterpiece of a play that you're about to see. But almost as great as the director is the guests. And just in front of me, far, far away, you can see the eternal him himself. He's watching this play, and he is watching me, in fact, and I am gracious to have the opportunity to have eyes laid upon me by Thayrin himself. And everyone looks over, hearing the eternal hymn, and looks over, and you can barely see this dot in the sky. Would anyone like to make a perception check to try and see if they can get a better look?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Oh, no.
Leave
I'm
it to
still
me. I
thinking
got a
about
19.
19, okay.
Shara zooms in.
This Char comes and flies up next to it, like, yo, look at that.
This thing. Oh, wow.
In
Yeah.
the far background, you can barely make out a man laying on the air itself with a set of binoculars, almost relaxing on nothing. His white hair flowing and flowing above him, almost as if in flight itself. His white robes dangling and blowing in the breeze slowly. This almost almighty figure, pale white skin, clean white robes, no shoes, no pants, just kind of almost flowy white sheets over himself as he lays in air just in the above nothing. You see the ruler of Rena, Thayrin Ulrus. Is his name Ulrus? Yeeks, I gotta remember that. Ulrus, yes. He is almost if I had to give it in a more modern-ish description, if I had to describe someone, he's the epitome of Greek beauty, like a Michelangelo statue given form.
Yeah, for a bit there I thought we were killing Santa Claus.
No. He's very he's thin, he's frail, he's almost unnervingly there's no word that I can find to describe the entity that you can barely see but feel. The amount of pressure that is held in just from acknowledging his presence is immense and deep. Any spellcaster here, so Nox and Shiro, you can taste his arcane energy from here. It is almost overwhelming. It's like snorting mint gum is how I'm going to describe it. It is so sharp and painful. It is a shock to the entire system. And just looking at him, you have to turn away after just acknowledging him for the first time, just because almost your magic starts to short circuit just from looking at him. And after the acknowledgement, the show would start. It's a play. Like, I don't know how media literate everyone else here is.
Not.
Yeah. No one's like super media literate. Valsic was, but it is
Look,
a
I'm
story.
just saying,
Oh, yeah?
the one
Go ahead.
person who's media literate is dead. There's got to be a correlation.
There has to be.
I think Slav did it on purpose.
Yeah, true. My bad, guys. The Yellow Belly Rots at Home is a war story. It is said to be based on a true event. There is a young soldier named Yuxpin. He was supposed to be at a post on the islands, and he abandons his post after a group of islanders attack him and his platoon, making him fearful of the war. And so he gives up, and he talks to his higher-ups, and he begs to leave. And so he goes back to his home, a very small city in Rena, and just kind of like gives up. He hides in his home, he doesn't talk to anybody, but he goes on walks in nature. Like kind of like one of those regulated nature walks. You don't have them in this city, but apparently they had them before, like in areas with more forests and stuff that are closer by to the city walls. During one of those scheduled walks, he is kind of shunned because he was a member of House Talor that abandoned his post, and he eventually gets split off from the group, having to find his way through the forest without knowing it, and he is attacked by a displacer beast, which, do you all know what a displacer beast is?
No.
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure if
basically
everyone else does.
like like the illusion of the displacer beast is not as realistic. It seems that the budget was a little short for the effects of this play, or maybe the guy who's supposed to do them got killed, but we don't know. But a displacer beast is basically like this panther with tentacles at like its front outside of the top of its front legs, like where its shoulders are, and they kind of reach out, and they have these tentacles with like spines at the top of at the tips of them that like kind of like slash, and they also have the ability to teleport. Being chased by the beast long enough, the beast starts to like toy with Yuxpin in a way that's kind of like saying how useless he is, or like how much of a coward he is. Oh, the beast seeming to acknowledge his cowardice in some way. Eventually, Yuxpin finds his courage, kills the beast, and use its own spines to attack the beast and kill it. And at the end of the story, basically, it's him realizing that he's not like good at he's not a good enough soldier, or he wasn't a good enough soldier then, and he didn't have his big boy pants on, and so like I'm using very derogatory language because it's very openly a derogatory story about like people who abandon their posts, and like how you should fight for the war even if you're not prepared for it, even if you like don't be a bitch, join the army, shit like that.
Yeah, this is don't be a lazy piece of shit is the message.
Yeah,
Propaganda.
Yeah, something like that. And so he joins House Talor again and leads the charge to take back the city that was taken by the Isles, that like the place where he initially abandoned his post. During the fight, he gets poisoned and dies, and he asks like his platoon to not bury him at home, but bury him here so that he can be eternally on watch to pay back his faults. He wants so he can serve Rena eternally is like kind of the whole shtick. And so they bury him. There's this sad moment, and this kind of light, this white light, starts to peer over the grave before like a monologue from off screen starts to happen as the actor starts talking about duty and like what's right and how you should never abandon your post, and the greatest thing that he ever did was die for his country, basically. It's well produced. I think all three of you get a little sick to your stomach watching how overt this propaganda is. It's propaganda, very obviously.
I, for funsies, rolled an intelligence check to see how much of that I got, and I got a -1, so I think Corey's just bored.
Yeah. But I will say, this is a very, like, as much as it's just obvious propaganda, and it is like a well-made play, it's also well-researched. And it goes really, there's a lot of scenes that go really in detail on House Talor and how they work. So you all, this is a permanent thing for the three of you, because you went to see it, you get advantage on one check involving the Rena military over the counter. You get one use of it to go back to this play and be like, oh shit, maybe this is how their watch duty works. So we're going to actually try and sneak in between those shifts, like stuff like that. There was a purpose to this. Yeah, you can mark it down however you feel like. It's a very small buff, but I think it was worth giving you something for this play, because, you know, you're welcome. You're welcome. You can thank me later.
Thank you, benevolent DM.
Yes. The PC Reviver is what they call me.
And then, I guess, the killer again. Because also died, whatever.
And then Volsic died again as a rabbit. The rabbit killer. Yeah. Like, the play would end, there'd kind of be like this curtain call where all of the stagehands and all the actors come up and bow. And no one knows this guy, but I will say that the lead actor for the play was... Sorry, I'm stupid. Wait, what the fuck? Am I stupid? I'm alive. Hello, everyone. I'm back here. The main lead, the one who is playing the Yellow Belly, was actually Tallulah Hartster, which is the actor that... actually, Corey, you would have seen him hanging out with Valsic a while ago.
Yeah, Tallulah Hartster.
And as basically like everyone starts to head back into underneath the stage, like they're kind of bowing one by one, Tallulah seems to almost leave before jumping back on the stage and seeming to cast their own spell to like enhance their voice, because usually the stage has it, but it's only active, it's enchanted for certain people. Like, seems to be someone who's doing that, but he activates not prestidigitation, but like he seems to, what's that fucking spell that tieflings have that make it so that you can make your voice louder? I can't remember what it's called.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Thank you very much. Yes. He actually seems to cast thaumaturgy on himself and start to say something, and he goes, "There was a great man. There was a great man, and his name has been besmirched. I will not handle, and I will not believe that Valsic is the one behind the attack on the Embrace. I knew him. He was a good man. He deserved better. And I refuse." And like, he's basically, as soon as he gets on, one of the Nuruk tackles him to the ground and drags him under, and kind of just pushes him underneath the stage. And all the Nuruk start to stand up and start like basically pushing people out.
I want to turn to either one of the two other guys with us here. I guess, I don't know, Shiro, whatever. Doesn't matter either one, but I want to turn to him and he's like, "Smells kind of revolutionary in here.
Y'all smell that?
We could probably use that."
Oh yeah.
I saw Valsic at the bar with that man earlier. I didn't realize they'd forged such a connection, but...
We keep stoking that flame. Something surely will happen in our favor.
And with that, you all leave. The festivities end. And we are going to cut back to that night where Valsic kept running. Valsic, you've been running for hours now. You can barely register the amount of time, but you feel it in your bones that you have not stopped sprinting. And you get to the base of the giant hill to Blue Flame Cave. And something in you keeps telling you to climb. And you start climbing. You start just you don't even take the roads, you just start climbing up. Your fingers start to bleed from climbing up the rocks over and over again. You slip, you just have to just drive your knee into the hill so you don't fall, and it starts tearing at your kneecap, and you just keep climbing, and eventually you make it to some sort of base as you just start clawing into the hill, just clawing into one rock as your fingers start to bleed. Your fingers the blood just smears onto this one rock over and over and over again until some magical enchantment move, like the rock just snaps out of existence and you fall in, tumbling down deeper into the inside of the hill. And you manage to fall down onto like carved stone. You fall onto a floor. Not just ground, but a floor. And you hear an old man's name. Or, not name. Voice. Jesus. Jesus Christ. I'm dying here. You hear an old man's voice. Well, you finally showed up. I was worried you were dead again.
Do I have control of myself again?
You the adrenaline finally fades. You are where you need to be. Yes.
Motherfucker, I could have made a shovel.
Yes. Well, her ways are not always easy.
Okay, well, now that that's over...
You raise your head and you see dozens of people in cloaks with torchlight illuminating them in a circle. You see this engraved stone of a raven's, like a raven wings aloft. What? Wingspan. You know what I'm saying. Out. You know what I'm saying. Shut up. I didn't kill the vibe. You killed the vibe.
Projection.
Yeah. You see symbols above the raven's beak as your blood starts to fill in the cracks of the circle around it, and the raven's eye lights in a deep, dark purple. We are the conspiracy of old. I welcome you.
Yeah, but this is totally the cult, is it not?
Yes, I suppose. My lady, the Raven Queen, has told me of your arrival already.
Well, we made a deal. Glad at least sent me somewhere I'd be safe for the time being.
You will be more than safe here.
Oh, good. I need time to fix my clothing and prepare. I also need to go find my friends, or colleagues, or whatever they should be referred to.
He reaches his hand out towards you. This is an older man. He has his hood down. He is old. This is a human man, but he is decrepit. His skin is like barely stretching around his skeleton. There is like almost no flesh in between him. He's almost like, you would almost assume him to be undead if you didn't see like his eyes still have color. His like, he still breathes. Like there's very faint signs that he's alive, but he is. Take my hand, friend. Let's get you up and ready.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna take his hand.
He helps you stand up. You are a bit groggy from everything. You're tired. Your body feels like your own finally, but it is tiring. The exhaustion is finally hitting you as he leads you to a small chair that has some cushion on it that he lets you rest in. Even in your delirium, you do see, like, there's a bunch of cult members you don't know. There's a bunch of people of different races. But there is one person you recognize.
Yeah?
You see Nova. I don't know if you remember Nova, but she is the half-elf you talked to in worship. When you, during your first...
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
The really fidgety half-elf.
I'm gonna point to them and just go, "Oh shit, it's you!"
Hi. I'm glad you're all right. You look a little worse for wear. Are you okay?
Out of everyone, I didn't expect you to be a cultist. I'll be fine. I've totally died before.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
It's totally not. I've never died before, but this has been quite the rejuvenating experience.
That's great. Yes. I'm Nova. we can talk later, but please listen to the Grave Adjudicator. For now, I don't really know much. He's the one who's talked with the Raven Queen and all that, and I don't call me a cultist. I'm just like part of this, not for the worship, more for other things.
So you're part of the cult, but you don't want to be called a cultist. All right, got it.
But I'm more so against Rena than I am for the Raven Queen.
Well, I'm in the same boat personally, so I guess that
that's what I'm saying. It's like you're not a cultist, right?
Well, I didn't really have much of a choice. It was, hey, you want to come back to life? You're gonna do the thing that I want you to do. And I was like, well, I don't really want to die yet, so I guess I'll take that deal.
Right, yeah, okay. Quaylesk, you can continue. Sorry about interrupting. She kind of like backs up. The old man just goes, yes, she wants something very, very personal.
I want to fix my clothing.
We will work on that. There's a few mages here. I'm sure one of them knows mending.
Well, if you say so. Less work
Now,
for me.
You know why you are here. We must destroy Rena and what it is now.
Well, for the most part, I'm just continuing business as usual.
Wonderful. We do have one lead you may find useful. As you said, you had compatriots already inside the city, I assume?
Oh, yes, quite powerful ones at that, from what I've seen. Very useful. Definitely will make getting the job done 10 times easier.
Wonderful.
Than if I was doing it by myself. Actually, I don't think it would be possible if I was doing it by myself. Oh, the cult might help. That's definitely for sure.
And Nova speaks again. Sorry, was one of them a big dragon?
Gory! My stagehand, yes.
Okay, great. I stole some of his stuff to make sure that he didn't, leave it out.
Which things?
Some weapons. They were
hammer?
pretty... Yeah, they were out in the open.
Oh! How'd you get your hands on that?
I saw I saw 3 of you come back. I was sneaking out, coming to this place, but I saw the 3 of you coming. I saw 4 of you leaving, and I guess I saw 3 of you coming back. But because
yeah, that'd be when I died.
Yes, you stole the from the embrace, right?
Oh, stealing is such a. Oh, I prefer to say liberating.
Right, it doesn't matter. I'm not a stickler for it. But a couple of your friends didn't, maybe just one of them, didn't hide things very well, and the Nurk are going to start investigating really soon. So I just had to take it. I left a note of where to meet, but if she doesn't, so hopefully we'll meet up soon.
Well,
to bring
I had a
stuff
plan
back.
to hide all their stuff, but that didn't really work out since I died. But
Yes, you're mentioning that a lot. Are you traumatized? Do you need help?
a little bit. I'm still getting used to the fact that I'm alive now, and I don't have a gaping hole in me or anything. It's a little weird, you know.
Yes,
I really just want to do something.
May I please continue now?
Might be a good idea to be quiet for a little bit.
Sorry. Now, we have our own ways of turning the populace to the right side, not following a goddess of magic that wants them to hinder their own progress towards magic and have them understand so little.
I should mention I do have a secondary objective I need to complete whilst I'm here.
What is that?
Well, I made friends with a storyteller. Same as me. But Rena's been kind of using, he assumes Rena's been using his work for, less than savory things. So I made a promise that I would, remove a certain possession from their hands.
What you do during... This is a grand scheme, so if you have things to do in the meantime, in between what we ask of you, that is fine.
Well, I should also mention, regardless of what you ask of me, I will be doing things my way. I specifically made sure there was no strings attached to this deal.
Of course. But we ask for your cooperation.
I will cooperate where I see cooperation as possible.
Of course. May I give you an option for the right direction to lead yourself to?
Well, I'm always open for suggestions.
We have a few sources inside that have stated that the House Nahel is looking to find new ways to make new types of soldiers to invade. They plan on doing something or making something very brutal, where they don't have to bring soldiers in to raise the land. We do not know what this is, but they are looking for an artifact of some form, and for some reason, that artifact is underneath the capital.
Then we better make sure they don't get it.
That would be your job. You can get inside the city and sneak around quite easily.
Is what I'm good at. Although I'm also good at drawing lots of attention. I guess a mix of both is what's required.
Great.
Misdirection, as one might say.
Yes. While you try and force the artifact out of their hands, we will continue pushing towards attempting to find weaknesses inside the walls, as well as giving you some information about your group's target, Blur Tusk.
That's the one! That's the name I was supposed to remember.
If you can find the artifact and bring it here where we can keep it safe, then we will help you in finding an opportunity to assassinate the Taylor Brute.
Well, sounds like a fair deal to me. I will need to get into contact with my compatriots.
Of course, we have just the thing for that.
Oh, really?
And they would kind of, like, a couple of the people would pull out a robed outfit, or, like, not a robed outfit, but, like, a full outfit that looks like it's from Rena. It has this royal blue hue to it that you recognize the actors and Jelezker. These people wear them. It's a sworn outfit.
Yeah.
And it's for House Claw. And it also comes with a mask, as well as, like, kind of like an extension to your horn, so that it can look a little different. Would you like to make an appearance as an entertainer for the night?
Oh, you know exactly how to get me excited.
Try it on, and we will sneak you in tomorrow. And we will cut all the way back to the amphitheater where you're all getting escorted out. And there is a tiefling with a broken horn doing a lot of tricks in the middle of the road. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
Oh! Woo!
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I should probably say, wake up. Thank you very much for coming. This has been Dreamers Theater, Cracks in the Porcelain Border. Have a great night. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.